My name is James Belladonna, Brewerton. I live on Emmons Mercantile. I come here this evening because I'd like to get some clarification on assessment process here in Cicero. I moved here 4 years ago and into the house, had the house built. I moved in, and several months after into the house, I find out I'm the second smallest house on the block, and I'm paying the highest taxes other than the smallest house on the block. I'm assessed higher than anyone else. I came down to the assessor's office here. At that time, there was Miss Anita Boniello, and couldn't entertain anything because I didn't have any paperwork or whatnot, didn't know the process. Took pictures of the homes on the block and whatnot. She let me sit down with her, and after the explanation, I was told that you have a legitimate gripe, but I'm not going to let it go. You'll have to go to the grievance process. After all, you know that you have a ranch house and that's the highest tax. I said, I don't have a ranch. I have a Cape Cod. Right away the threat. You want me to come out there and take a look? Get in my car. I will drive you myself out there. Lo and behold, fine, everything calmed down. Didn't like the attitude, but everything calmed down. Came out to the house, very friendly, measured my house, find out that, I'm like 400 square feet less. I have a Cape, of which, so she turns around and says, well, what do you want to do? I said, I want my assessment decreased. She said, well, how about the guy next door? Now, the guy next door is a 5-bedroom colonial, and I'm higher than him. So, okay, fine. Reduce me to him, and then I'll grieve it again next time. Time goes on. I turn around, and I wanted to put a patio or a deck. So I came down here. I asked, what's the story with a patio or a deck? How does it affect my assessment? I'm told, no assessment effect. You need a permit for the deck so we can check the post. Okay, fine. I put a deck in. I get notified last year, around this time, that my tax base was increasing. I was assessed $2,000 more. I come down, I meet with the office, and they tell me, well, you got to get the proper paperwork. Here's what you have to do. You have to go online, you got to find comps, you got to find this, you got to find that. Fine. I do all the work. I come down, I sit down with the assessor. Right away, there's the attitude. I'm sorry, the assessor's department here, to me, every time I've sat, has had an attitude. We change assessors here like I changed my socks. Here we go again, another attitude, all right? I present the information, and the first thing I'm told is, well, you put a deck up. I said, yeah. Well, you got to pay for the deck. I said, that's not the town. We don't do that here. Well, I don't know about the town. Well, if you don't know about the town, and you're the assessor, you want me to educate you? So we go around a little bit, the discussion, and he looks at my stuff and he says, I said, there are no comps. In the Onondaga County, no comp with my house. So I went to the ranches. They're the highest price. And we should have went to colonials. Sorry, I went to ranches. And I find ranches in my neighborhood that are more property than me, house about 200 square feet more than me, and I'm still paying more taxes. So he said, well, I'm not going to do anything, and we'll wait till next year. I said, well, what about all this information I brought to you? Well, we're doing a full town assessment now, and so you're not going to even entertain that. And I'll look at it later on. Okay? And by the way, you know who your builder was. Now, does the town take into consideration who built your house when they assess it? Because that's what I was told. And my neighbor down the road said, when they came here, they were told the same thing. Now, are we taking who built your house? Because if I built it myself, then I shouldn't pay any tax. It would be a crap house. Okay? But anyway, I'm told, well, you know who built your house. All right? In the meantime, I'm one of the ones that want the assessment in my house. So they came, I was not home, they left the tag on the door. I've been working with Sherry, who works with the company that Cicero is having, and she sets it up, and the gentleman came last week to my house. He walks in, and I says to him, what do you got? So I got you for 4 bedrooms. I said, I only have 3. So well, when we were here, we looked outside, and above your garage, we took that as a bedroom. Let's go. I take him out to the garage. You gotta go up the steps. It's an attic. There's storage. There's nothing there. Let's go downstairs. No basement. No finished basement. Took him in the bathroom. I show him. I don't have a jacuzzi tub. I got a regular tub. I bathe myself. I don't need the water spraying on me. He says, another big mistake I see. I said, thank you. What do you see? They got you down for 0.75 second floor on your Cape. You got less than 0.25 here. So my question is, was I allowed to grieve it last year when I was told I couldn't because we're doing this process, number one? Number two, are we taking into consideration who built your house? Also, when I mentioned that the house across the street from me was originally bought by the owners, built for $295 and sold for $249. And the other house was $305 and went went in November for $232. Does that have any effect? Well, no, because you're Capes, those are colonials. So I'd like to know what the situation is here as far as understanding my grievance rights, because I'm going to come back in May and grieve the situation I have, because I'm still overtaxed, in my opinion, and based on the other houses in my area.
Brad would like to speak to that.
Well, it sounds like you did all the right steps. You had an informal hearing. It's unfortunate we didn't agree on the value, but the next step is always to take it to grievance, so you always have that right. There are cases where the builder does have an effect on value, and it's something that I do have to consider. The other thing that you mentioned was that Gar Associates has been there and measured the house. They are updating our data, and now we'll have correct data to review. And you can certainly come in and have a review with me this year and any year you're concerned.
Well, if that was the case, then why there was no discussion? I'm not even going to discuss it. Now, this is not open for discussion. So we're doing a town assessment, and you'll have to wait till next year, till we get all the data. And I might look at it during the year anyway. I know you didn't look at it during the year, because I didn't even hear from you except to tell me we tacked $2,000 on because of your debt. And then you say, well, you know who your builder is. Again, I don't understand how that comes into play. Because when I even asked the assessors that came, the company, what? I said, yeah, they told me that, I was told that who your builder is. They never heard of such a thing, okay? And also, I know people, the next door house that I mentioned to you, when you said who I've got, I said, well, I got Harrington, they have Somerset, and then the people in the Somerset home, you told them, well, you had a good builder. So, according to you, everybody that I've talked to, no matter who the builder is, they're the best builder, so that justifies the taxes, all right, the assessment on it. Again, all I want to know is, can I come to grievance, or do I have to wait for all the results to come in from the company that is assessing the town, number one, and does the builder play? He's saying it does play. No one in the business has ever heard that, except this gentleman here.
Well, to answer your question, yes, you can definitely come in and have an informal review this year also. Any year you can do that, and I'll be glad to meet with you. And then, of course, you can go on a grievance. So, yes, you can come in.
All right, well, we'll see what happens this go around. If not, I'll be back. Thank you.
Thank you.